Should I take it or should I take it easy? Hey, what's the word? Welcome to another episode of Sunday Sidecar, the series where I give a mindless speech that's oh so rote about last week's Tuesday Ukeday drop from yours truly, Uke Brute. This week's episode, making some small talk. As per most, not per most, but a lot of the songs, started off with just the phrase I was thinking about as I was walking home from the store, which was, should I take care or should I take it easy? Like, should I? I just sung it. It arose from, just talking to the clerk at the, checkout at the market and bagging up, I got my bag of goods, probably just some, it was a smaller market, so probably just some, chips or whatever, and he's like, okay, he checks out and he's like, take it easy. I'm like, oh, thanks, well, now I got my stuff, I can go home, and he says something or other, and then he says, oh, take care, on my way out. And as I'm walking, I'm like, he said take it easy first, which implies putting in no care or no effort, but then he said take care, which implies putting in effort and paying attention. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? Granted, I really didn't think that, but as a word nerd, that type of stuff, just kind of, makes you wonder, what was he saying? What is his intention? I know. It's just, the sounds and grunts we make to greet and acknowledge people, strangers, in public, they don't mean anything. It's just like, hey, you're a person, I'm a person, we're going to say words and, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get it. I'm not begrudging people because they don't want to, have a conversation with a stranger at the store. I'm just saying that, there's and obviously sometimes you don't want to think. I don't want to think sometimes. There's lots of times I don't want to think. I get it. And so what's the point of trying to, translate, the social cues and the, expressions and what everyone's saying. So it just kind of stemmed out of that, and that's what this whole song is about. Just kind of like sometimes we say things, these words and greetings, and we don't really, we mean them, but we're just, it's just a social cue that we have to do. But, there is something to be said to, actually responding to these, grunting greetings, just like words that we say, sounds we make just to greet people. When someone says something like, how's it going? Typical, doesn't mean much. It's just, hey, you're a person, I'm a person. But, you respond with, oh, that's not too bad. Sun's out, it's Friday. How about yourself? It turns it more into just, this transactional exchange of words, and it becomes more of a personal human experience. And that's what, we're all here to do. Just kind of fart around and, live life. To quote, the great Kurt Vonnegut, we're just all here to fart around. And so, yeah, there's not, the song's just kind of a play, just playful, just examination of social greetings and how we speak to each other. Doesn't mean anything. Like I said, we all don't have to speak to strangers and, divulge our life stories. Hell, I've worked enough retail checkout lines to know that sometimes you want to avoid the talkers. Yeah, we know who those are. Yeah. So yeah, that's just kind of what this song's about. It's just fun. Let me take a look at the lyrics again. I think I have some more to say about this. Oh yeah. Interestingly enough, that last verse, and I says, who the fuck do you think you are with that racket? In the actual recording, I say bullshit there. Never once, any of the time, writing, recording, rehearsing the song over and over and over again, did I ever use the term bullshit there. I never even thought about it. Yet it popped out in that instance for whatever reason. My mind went there, and I decided to leave it. But the lyrics should be racket. That's what that comes down to. And then just for y'all's edification's sake, although I know you're all very smart, intelligent, and you're already aware of this, but just in case, that last word of the song after in that very final line, Oh yeah, we don't need none of that spaff, 'cause we laugh at Goofus and Gallant and Cant. Cant, C-A-N-T, no apostrophe. It's obviously doesn't really get used nowadays, but back in like kind of like the romantic movement with the romantic literature and poets, and the age kind of like around the late 1800s, cant was a very popular term, and cant is essentially like hypocrisy, or just kind of like, I don't know, it's a good term that should be brought back for a lot of politicians nowadays. Hypocrisy is kind of like sanctimonious. I can't even pronounce that word. Sanctimonious language. It's kind of like saying something but not really meaning it, but using it to curry favor for other people. It also kind of means it's kind of like mechanical repetition of sounds, because it comes from the word chant, or from the same root as chant. And so it just kind of plays into the whole idea of just using language to say things over and over again mechanically, just for whatever reason. But that's where that kind of came from. And if you ever study any type of romantic literature, you'll come across it a lot. Pretty sure Lord Byron got extreme pleasure from calling out people who were using cant. It probably made his day. But yeah, that is making some small talk. This is obviously a little bit more than some small talk. Again, I'm not begrudging anyone for just going through saying, "How you doing?" "Fine." "You?" Or just like, or even responding, "How you doing? What's up?" And that's it. That's a greeting. That's a social interaction. We don't need to get more involved in that, but just sometimes you want to connect with your fellow humans and make it a real moment, so to speak. But that's how we make some small talk, I guess. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed as always, and please, thank you for tuning in. Even more importantly, but hoping you enjoyed is more important than tuning in. Tuning in, give or take, because most people don't make it this far into the video anyway. But so guys, as always, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and check back soon for another ditty from Uke Brute.